I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of time.
Hey Lifer Tribe, welcome to another video, Living Life with your girl Stay. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And since you're here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming a permanent part of the Lifer Tribe. All right, y'all, so we are back at it again, talking about confidence, because after that last video I did about confidence, y'all was blowing my inbox and my email up like, okay, Stay, absolutely love the video, and you taught us about confidence versus arrogance and what confidence looks like, but what you didn't talk about is how to reclaim your confidence once it's been lost, or how to keep your confidence even if you've dealt with a certain situation where you feel like you've been beaten down or disrespected, or your confidence was challenged. And so I heard you and said, you know what, this is worth making another video about, because I didn't really talk about that much. And confidence is something that, like I said, comes from within. However, there are outside situations and circumstances that can cause us to doubt ourselves, and that's basically what a lack of confidence or low self-esteem is. You doubt yourself. And unfortunately, many times when we've gone through those things that kind of shake our confidence, it's because it's someone that we really love and trust that has said something or done something to us that's made us doubt ourselves, because the relationship we have with that person, we feel like if they would do this or say this to me, then maybe it's true. And so we start to doubt ourselves. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. There are always going to be some key or core memories in our lives that, if we really think about it, and to be quite honest, it may be kind of difficult to think about it, but sometimes we need to revisit those key memories or those core memories of those times in our lives where we know for a fact our confidence was shaken. And they could go as far back as being a little child being bullied on the playground, or maybe it was something that an adult said to us that really hurt our feelings. Whatever it is, if we really think about it, we can go back to those memories and think that, you know what, that was the first time that I really felt insecure. And so for me, it was one of the first ones anyway, because there's many, and it's probably that way for a lot of us. But one of the first things I can remember is being bullied in, I believe it was 4th or 5th grade. I was the kind of kid in elementary school that was really outgoing. I talked to just about anybody, never met a stranger, everybody's friend, and that's just who I was. I would even talk to adults, just like a very outgoing person, and never really had any conflict. And so I went to school every day. Everybody in the class was my friend, never had an argument, and never really even thought about it until a new girl came to school. And this new girl didn't want to be my friend, but not only did she not want to be my friend, she targeted me to bully. Now, as an adult, and I look back on it, I realized that that was just her way of kind of staking her claim and gaining her confidence, because she was probably nervous about coming to a new school, and instead of just coming in and being friendly, she spotted the person who was friends with everybody and said, you know what, I'm gonna take her down. And that's what she did. And it completely caught me off guard, because here I am, just bubbly little Stay, being everybody's friend, and now there's this girl who absolutely hates me for no reason. And so she terrorized me every day. And not only were we in school together, we lived on the same street. We rode the same school bus, and I was her focus. So every morning when I got to the bus stop, she had something to say about me, and she was threatening to beat me up. And I had never been in that situation before, and It literally terrified me, and I didn't know what to do. And the other thing that was so difficult was all these little kids that had been my friend for years are now silent. Nobody has my back. Nobody's taking up for me. And so now it is just team stay. Me against literally what seemed to be the world in 5th grade. And so something changed in me through that experience. And eventually I was forced to confront the bully, and that's what I did. And things changed, and she wanted to be my friend then after. And I actually had to get into a physical fight with this girl in order for things to change. And in my mind, nothing was ever the same. Now you have to fight to gain your respect. You can't trust anybody. And I was only in 5th grade. And so that's one of the first things that I can pinpoint in my life that shook my confidence. And it took me a long time to kind of fight my way through that, because I spent many years after that in my life feeling like I literally had to fight for respect. And that's just not a good place to be in. And so I'm sure if you take that trip down memory lane, there are some of those core memories, those core circumstances that you could say, yep, that's when it all first started. And so what we have to do is, first of all, show ourselves grace and realize that we're not perfect and that we go through things, but not one situation or circumstance in our lives should define us. That happened, and I wish that I would have had the skills and tools to move through it way quicker than I did. I wasted literally years in fight mode when I could have gotten through it so much quicker had I had the skills and tools that I needed. Had I had someone to talk to me back then and let me know it wasn't about me, it was about her. There was something that she was lacking in her confidence. But, you know, it is what it is. And so my life went on the way it did. However, over time, I was able to realize the different things that happened to me through my life, and I was able to make that change and regain my confidence. Another way to regain your confidence or to maintain your confidence is to realize that other people's opinions don't matter. If you are comfortable with what you're doing, what you're saying, don't let the fact that someone else doubts you make you doubt yourself. Realize, just like that bully I had in 5th grade, a lot of times people are saying things to you because of the confidence they lack in themselves. A lot of times people give their opinions of you and talk about you and judge you because really you're doing what they wish they could do. I've had people come to me with so much unsolicited advice, unsolicited opinions on things that are absolutely none of their business. And there was a time when those things would bother me, but now my confidence is at a point where I immediately identify that as a them problem. It's not a me problem. There have been people who have come to me recently about my gray hair and saying, "You're such a pretty woman and you're aging so nicely. I would never know your age or have any idea that you were in your 50s if it wasn't for your hair. You need to dye your hair." Why? And the funny thing is, I'm going to dye my hair. I think I'm even going to color my hair tomorrow because that's just what I want to do. But the fact that I haven't colored it, it wasn't because I was trying to go completely gray. I just haven't had the time, and it wasn't important to me. I've been keeping my hair in a silk press, and when you have the silk press, they want you to have your hair colored for like 48 hours before you get the silk press, and I always forget to color it before I go. But the gray hair doesn't bother me, so it hasn't ever been major to me. Now, I thought about it, it's on my calendar, I have the color, I'm gonna go ahead and color my hair. But what I see with the people who come to me about coloring my hair, what I hear is, I would never have the confidence to rock my gray hair, so I don't want you to have the confidence to rock your gray hair. You walked in here way too confident and way too secure with your gray hair, and it made me feel some kind of way because I went through so many changes to show up to this event, to come to this thing, to make sure that I looked a certain way. And the fact that you came in comfortable in the skin that you're in challenges me. That's how I hear those things now. Now, back in the day, I would have felt like I had to have some kind of snappy comeback. Now, no, I just kind of like, oh, okay, well, thanks for letting me know. Or sometimes what I'll do is ask them questions because I want to make them think about what they said. I want to challenge them. And so I might even say, well, what about my gray hair bothers you? Or I'll even ask, what made you share that with me? Because I want them to think about what they said and the inappropriateness of it. And maybe they won't do that to somebody else who is not strong enough to take it like I am. Because sometimes you can make those comments to people and it completely diminishes their confidence. Well, I've come a long way. It's not going to shake my confidence anymore, but I do want you to think about it before you do that to somebody else. But when you start standing up for yourself, when you start realizing that other people's judgment of you does not matter, when you start getting comfortable in the skin that you're in, when you start trusting yourself and your own judgment, that is a confidence boost. You also have to learn how to embrace your journey and celebrate every single win. Something that can diminish confidence like nothing else is when you're comparing your journey to other people's journeys. When you're looking at other people and where they are in their life and comparing your life and wanting what they have, that will diminish your confidence. But what you need to realize is that is a ridiculous thing to do. Your journey is exactly that. It's yours, and their journey is their journey. Sometimes we're looking at people's journeys and writing our own story, but we don't even really know what it took to get them there. And did we really want to go on that journey? You have to learn how to accept your life as it comes and know that's what's for you is for you. And every single accomplishment, no matter how long it takes you to achieve it, is a win. Start celebrating yourself more and not comparing yourself. Start realizing that every single time you take one step, you are one step closer to achieving your goals. That is what helps you gain that confidence, staying laser focused on you and your path and your goals, not looking to the right, not looking to the left, looking straight ahead, because what is for you is in front of you. It's not on anybody else's journey. When you start comparing, when you start doing that whole why do they have this and why am I trying to do the same thing as them and it took them this amount of time and I've been doing it longer and I'm still not there. Even on weight loss journey. So y'all know I was on the whole Wegovy journey, and so during that time I had gotten on some Facebook groups just to kind of get some tips and, you know, kind of know how to be prepared. But one of the main questions I see people asking on those Facebook groups is, how long did it take y'all to start losing weight? I've been on Wegovy for this long and I've only lost this amount of weight. And it's like, but that's you. Just because this person lost 10 pounds in 1 week and you only lost 1 pound in 1 week doesn't mean that you're not still winning. But people will allow their confidence and they will start to doubt themselves and let their self-esteem lower because they only lost the 1 pound, instead of applauding yourself. Because how many pounds did you lose the week before? Probably none, and that's why you're on the Wegovy. So the fact that you lost 1 pound this week, that is a win. Or maybe you didn't lose any weight this week, but the fact that you're doing something new, you're trying something new, that's a win. And when you ask those blanket questions, again, you don't know what other people's journey and what it took to get them there. Is that person the same exact weight as you? Are they the same height as you? The same body type? Are they eating the same as you? Why are you looking at just a number? Oh, I lost 10 pounds. And saying, okay, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not doing it right, or it's not going to work for me. Stop comparing your journey. The moment you stop comparing, you will start to see your confidence shoot through the roof. The moment you start to celebrate every single one of your wins, you will see your confidence start to shoot through the roof. You have to focus on your journey. You have to celebrate yourself. You have to embrace your life and your path and accept that. And so since I said the word accept, you also have to start accepting yourself for who you are. A lot of what brings our confidence down is the fact that we really haven't accepted ourselves and we really don't know who we are. We're constantly trying to be something or somebody instead of just being ourselves. Sometimes you just have to have that conversation with yourself and get to know yourself all over again. Because again, our visions can get so clouded by the things that we see on social media and the social life that we have and everything that we're exposed to, that sometimes you lose sight of who you are. And so when you're unclear of who you are, it's really hard to have confidence, because what are you confident about? Who are you today? What are you doing today? And so having those conversations with yourself, and again, going back to that little you, who did you think you were back in the day before your confidence was ever shaken? What did you believe you could be? What were your goals and aspirations? What did you think about yourself? Allow yourself to go back to those times, and that will start to build your confidence. That should put a smile on your face. That should let you know that you are indeed winning, and kind of block out all the noise. But you have to know who you are in order to be confident. If you don't know who you are, then you don't know what you're confident in. If you're not accepting yourself, flaws and all, then you're not going to be confident. So you really have to get to the point where you know who you are, and you're more than okay with that. You're great with that. You also have to be able to accept the fact that there is no such thing as perfection. You have to know that failure is a part of life, and as long as you fail forward, as long as every failure gives you something to learn from, it's okay. You have to be able to accept your mistakes and realize that it's just a part of the process. You can't judge yourself too harshly. Once you start realizing that your imperfections are perfect for you, that is going to boost your confidence. So what I can really say in a nutshell is confidence is just about being you, loving you, championing for you, fighting for you, and knowing that you're worth it. Confidence is about living your life, LYFE, loving yourself first explicitly. Confidence is not about what other people think. It's not about what other people say. It's not about what other people have gone on in their lives. Confidence is about waking up every single morning and knowing that you're worth it. Knowing that there is nothing that you can achieve, but also realizing that you're going to achieve it in your own time. And so hopefully this video has helped and giving you some of the answers that you were looking for, and hopefully giving you that boost of confidence that you need to show up every single day in excellence. And so I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I love you all to bits and pieces, and you all know the drill. Be kind and love one another, but don't forget to live your life, LYFE. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.
I always give away too much. It's like I've got no sense of touch.